Again. Where's it going?
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the JP and Trav show on the JP and Trav YouTube channel and also live from Travis's X account. As always, it's your host with the most, JP. To my right, I have my esteemed co-host, brother and friend, Travis J. Davison. Travis, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good. Just pre-Thanksgiving cooking and food prep and this, that, and the other. Got that going on. And then, yeah, it was so funny. So I hadn't told you this story. It just happened yesterday. So we obviously worked with the Oklahoma baseball coaches with Team Sports Consulting Group, right? Well, I got hit up by one of the coaches yesterday and said, "Hey, man, I want to put my family through it. So could you give me a link to give to all my sister, my mom, my nieces, all this stuff? We're going to take the scans together. And then can you give me like the team scans and all that based on my family?" And I was like, absolutely. Absolutely. So I thought that was really funny. We get a lot of coaches that want like, "Hey man, can my wife take this? This, that, and the other." But this is the first person to pull up and be like, "I want my whole extended family to take this so we know how to communicate to each other effectively." I thought it was great. So yeah, it's been a fun week. So how about you? How are things going? Safely in Oklahoma, I see. Are you muted?
Rookie move.
Oh,
Rookie
there you
move.
go. Oh man.
I'm in a new place, so I'm a little out of my element, but now
Kelso, you got nervous in front knowing Kelso was in the comments.
I know. No, I'm in the great state of Oklahoma, guys. Have been here since Sunday. Was in Noble / Norman, OKC. These last few days, spent time with my mom, my sister. My mom still lives in Noble, and my sister's in OKC. And so hanging out, having a good time. I had the Hall. I think it's called the Hall or something like that. Pizza. Yeah, the halls, something like that. It has a great view of Oklahoma City skyline at the rooftop. Pizza was fire. Great time. Apparently, there's a Thunder game. As soon as I heard that, I had to get out of OKC as soon as possible. But
world champs, baby, world champs.
Yeah, but spent some time walking around the stadium today, seeing everybody prep for the tailgating, and just excited to be with all my people on Saturday. Obviously, Trav and I will be popping around together. My wife will be with me as well. So please, if y'all are here, come say what's up to us. Love to get to talk to all you guys. But yeah, I'm in Ardmore right now in A-Town. We got Thanksgiving dinner going on tomorrow with my families on both sides. And so here in the hotel and ready to rock and roll, man.
That's good, man. It's funny. This is famously one of the biggest drinking holidays of the year, the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And of course, OU Insider, we're filming our pregame pod, which we usually film on Thursday mornings. We're filming it tonight at like 9:30. I'm like, oh, buddy. So I'm not sure if maybe I'll pour myself a little double cup. Maybe don't ask me what's in my styrofoam, on the OU Insider pod. I don't know. Don't have a plan for that yet. But anyways, we're 9-2, buddy. We're after disposing of Missouri, after turning the faucet off defensively against that vaunted rushing attack. Yes. Oklahoma is 9-2 and one game away against an LSU team that, let's be honest, is flailing a bit. They are a wounded animal. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you got to be worried about the wounded animal," especially one with as much talent as LSU has. LSU has a top 10 roster in the sport when you look at like blue chip ratio. So, I mean, they're good. They're a talented team, but you got to question LSU right now on how bad do they want it? How bad are they going to be wondering who their next coach is? Are there going to be some business decisions made from some of the guys on the team that maybe want to jump into the portal immediately or anything like that, where are their heads going to be at? Conversely, Oklahoma, I mean, there's no way they don't come out fired up, right?
You would hope. You would think. You would swear.
I mean, I hope, man. I hope.
Yeah. No, I think that you have everything on the line, Trav. Right? You're gonna go 10-2 with nobody, save maybe you or I and a few other media personalities even flaunted 10-2, and I even said 9-3. I think we both said 9-3.
I said 10-2.
Did you?
And there's somebody currently in the comments that after the Texas game or the Ole Miss one, I forget, I think it was Ole Miss, was trying to call me to the carpet on that one, saying, "Oh, you still feel good about your prediction, this, that, and the other." Well, I don't know. I feel decent right now, sitting at 9-2, 10.5-point favorite over LSU. But the way the offense is looking, JP, Oklahoma might win this game 3-0.
Yeah. Honestly, the offense was not good at all, and certainly has been a huge issue, for people with what we feel like our ceiling could potentially be with this team. Now, we can have the conversation and say, hey, like, this is not where we were supposed to be. A lot of people didn't have us there. You can say, hey, we're playing with house money, right? You can say that. Now, at the University of Oklahoma, you don't ever want to have necessarily that mentality, but the truth is, right, and even Brooks Austin, who was on with Brandon, the they posted, which was great, and I watched it. He was like, a lot of people thought that this was like a building year for OU, and then next year and beyond, like you have a very flawed roster, which is true. We do.
Mm-hmm.
We're flawed on offense, obviously, in particular. But at the end of the day, hold on, you got a visitor. Come here.
Oh, hey.
Oh, dang, you're just going to shut the door in my face. I'm not allowed.
There's Uncle
Hey
Trav.
there.
Say hi, Uncle Trav.
Hey, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving.
That Auntie Grace.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. Oh, man, the whole family coming through.
Oh, the whole family.
Ignore the color.
Yeah, what's up with this orange? What's going on here?
It's not.
It's not like she ran track at the University of Oklahoma or anything like that.
It's not none of those type of oranges. It's just,
Look, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Okay.
Ask her what she thinks of our third down efficiency.
Wait,
ask Amaya or ask me?
Amaya.
So I ask Amaya, what do you think? What do you think of Oklahoma's third down efficiency?
Yeah, exactly.
That's about right. That's about right. It's not been great. Not been great.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
All right, give me a kiss.
Oh.
Say bye, Uncle Jeff.
Bye.
All right.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
All right.
Get that orange out of here. Ugh.
Love you.
OU by 30.
God, if we can score 30.
Yeah, if we score 30, that'll be amazing.
LSU's defense is good. I mean, Western Kentucky scored 3 against them offensively, and then obviously they had a scoop and score. But yeah, I mean, with Oklahoma's offense, I'm hoping they just simplify things. I think if you bully them enough and just are like, we're going to run the ball at you, I think LSU's defense might just say, look, like they might let go of the rope. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like, look, we don't trust our offense to score. Van Buren's out. They've got like.
Oh, Van Buren's out too?
Or not Van Buren. Van Buren's going to be out there. Nussmeier's out. And you've got like I think one of their tackles, 2 of their tackles might be out. I think their center's out. Like,
yikes.
It's just a sight for sore eyes over there. I think there's a lot of business being made over there right now, which
of course
can't blame them.
But you would expect that in the last game of the year. That's why I was like, man, if we can get to LSU, I'm not saying, nothing's guaranteed, right, in the SEC, but dang near, like, you're going to be playing a hollow LSU team, because I imagine a lot of their guys either are transferring or that are looking to go to the league are not going to play. Like you have to think that they're making business decisions, like you said.
Right. Yeah, it's Wet Weeks, those kind of guys. You really felt like even he said in an interview, it's like, man, this is the last time, we're getting to do this together. And he meant at home, but I think a lot of the seniors for LSU, a lot of the, kind of higher end players that might be looking for either the NFL or greener pastures next year, I think a lot of them kind of treated their last home game, senior day, as kind of their last hurrah defensively. So we'll see, but you've got to come in focused, man. You've got Brent. Brent has to have the hard to kill mentality, has to, I mean, it's the best opportunity he's had as a head coach. You win one game and you return Oklahoma to the playoff 10-2 through the toughest strength of schedule remaining of any playoff contender. Like it's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Trav, let's get into these quick highlights real quick, and then we've discussed LSU a little bit. But speaking of the offense, man, let's get them out of the way. They had two really big plays, right, of the day. The first one being the play to Isaiah Satania right here, and it goes for 87 yards, I think was the official stat on that. One of the, if not our longest explosive of the year, got to be up there. But Satania just continues to make huge plays for this team, and it just seems like, I don't know, like we got to find ways to do that more often. Obviously, we know that sometimes teams are going to zone us and whatnot, but I think that a lot of teams man us up because they're not scared of us. They haven't been. They have not had any super reason to be. And so if we can get consistent looks like that, we got to get him isolated, give John enough time like the offensive line did, and he was accurate. And we see that more often than not. Maybe we can see more explosives like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I liked what Oklahoma did offensively out of the gate with the first call. They tried to throw it downfield to Deion Burks because their goal was to get their linebackers to back up, their safeties to back up. Well, once he stopped connecting on some of those, you saw basically all 11 players on the defense within like 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's what we need to stay away from, LSU included. But with Satania, I mean, if he's even, he's leaving. Shows him the taillights right here. And what's crazy is, and I brought this up on Twitter, but I think the character of this team is shown through one particular avenue, if you will. Against Tennessee, Oklahoma had a great first drive, right? And then you had great first drive, and then it was extended by the pass interference. The next drive, they're driving. Tennessee is driving.
Yeah.
The Sooners miss out on an opportunity. They give up a big play, and then the next play, R. Mason Thomas scores the touchdown. When you go to Alabama, Ty Simpson is marching down the field, right? Well, they throw that quick out. Reggie Powers hits the guy, the fumble. Kobe McKenzie doesn't fall on it. And Oklahoma fans are going, oh my gosh, at Alabama against this offense, you have to take advantage of it. The exact next play, Eli Bowen, pick 6.
Yeah.
And then, like, this play was crazy because John short-armed it on the play before this. And Isaiah Satania dropped it low. And everybody was like, oh, here we go, another 3-and-out incoming. And then this happens on the next play. Later in the game, Jacoby's interception, I'm sure we'll talk about it. But it was a bad play. It was a targeting that extended the drive.
Yep.
The bad targeting was then answered with a big-time interception. So it shows me the character of the team, that they can make a mistake and then turn around and make a game-changing play. Whereas in the past, they make a mistake and then it's okay, off to the races. So big time for that. I think this made up for half of John Mateer's passing yards for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, he just like you said, he's not connecting on enough, and not taking some of the short stuff when it's there. I hope we see more of that against LSU, and obviously Missouri's defense is much better than LSU's. LSU isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but this is probably the worst defense that we faced since Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not bad. Don't get me wrong; they're still I think top like 40, but we'll see what can happen on Saturday. Now here was something where like obviously we got a short field because our defense got 3 and out and a bad punt, so we started on 35, and so you saw a little bit of a drive here, and we got down here, man. I think if I'm not mistaken, due to pass interference, and you get an RPO, and this is one of the cleanest plays that I in recent memory.
Yeah.
Like this is like, oh man, that just looks so easy when it hasn't felt like things were easy recently. And Giovanni Gibson gets a touchdown. It's like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look.
Yep.
You're supposed to get your receiver to win. That we've been hearing about since camp. He won. The linebacker stepped up and left that gap wide open in the back end. Because you got a lot of people up near the line of scrimmage because they're not scared. They don't think you're going to be able to throw it.
Yep. And what a throw. I mean, leads him
great throw.
right there. Great catch. Both hands on the ball. And you got the big offensive lineman down there ready to celebrate. I'll tell you what. So let's see. This is 2:23 left. So like 7:14 left in the half. Missouri was lined up to kick a field goal to go up 6-0. Now with like 2:20 left in the half, 5 minutes of game clock later, Oklahoma's up 14-3. Like that's pretty preposterous. But I will say, Missouri's got a good defense.
They do.
Missouri's got one of the top 3 defenses in the SEC by nearly every metric.
Legitimately do. Yeah, they're
so
top
they have
in the nation. They don't suck.
They have a first round pick at defensive end. Zion Young's a dude, Trotter's a dude. Like they've got a really good defense. So Chris McClellan has 3.5 sacks or whatever from the interior of the defensive line, which is tough to do.
Yeah,
like they've got a good defense.
Yeah.
The LSU is actually a worse defense than what we saw with Missouri at home. And again, we'll see what it looks like from an effort standpoint with them. But
yeah.
No, that's a hell of a throw, and it's a hell of a throw, and that's all they ended up needing, ironically.
Yeah, that's the thing, Travis. Like I'm not giving our offense any excuses because I'm not happy.
They've been bad. They've been bad.
But it's not like we played scrub defenses. Tennessee is probably the worst defense we played in this stretch. And they're still decent. I mean, they're disruptive. Like they were one of the best when we played them. One of the best at getting after the quarterback, TFLs, everything like that. Yeah, their pass defense said they were bad, and we really couldn't figure anything out until the second half. But eventually, we did. Like our offense did do some things in the Tennessee game in the second half, especially on the ground. And John Mateer strung together some things. And honestly, if Xavier Robinson doesn't fumble that football, you know what I mean. When we're driving down there, like then that's potentially another score, and obviously they got in the field goal range, and I think that's when we found out, Trav. That game was when we found out, hey, if you get it to the freaking 40-yard line, we're scoring. So I think that's why, Trav, everybody was so mad against Mizzou because we couldn't even get it to the 40, bro. Like we were on we have starting field position like the 45. And we couldn't get it to the opposing 40. And it's like that happened time and time again. Like if we did that, then maybe score 6-9 more points. And then you're looking at a 23 or a 26 to 9 score or 6 score, excuse me. Which better. I mean that's the biggest thing.
My thing is I wish our offense would just serve our elite defense better. Yes. Like it's not about you don't have to go put up 30 every game. Like you might eventually have to, but Oklahoma, if they take care of business on Saturday, is 10.5 point favorites. They're going to be in the playoff, and they're probably going to be 6, 7, or 8. You're going to be hosting a home playoff game.
Yeah,
and your offense has not done anything really to help serve your defense. So if they understand what they are, they can go full blown 2000 Ravens to be like, hey. Run the ball, protect the ball, make your field goals, and then let your defense go out there and cook. Like that's what it's going to be, and that's what frustrated me against Mizzou was we punted so many times in the fourth quarter unnecessarily. Like if you just come up running the ball, then you're going to run that clock down. You're going to shorten the game, shorten the possessions because your defense isn't doing anything. So, oh, buddy,
100%. And like you said, when your defense is not only getting stops, but special teams playing at a level like this, to where they almost blocked the first one, and Peyton gets this one right here.
It tipped the first one, yeah.
And so he gets a full, enough of this one to actually, stop it. And so that was big in the game because it's like, oh, Missouri can't do anything, and then we're able. If I'm not mistaken, I think we score. Maybe not this drive, maybe the next one, but it just, it hurt.
No, it was that drive.
Was it that drive?
The block.
Yeah.
Because they kicked that one, and then they score the next drive because, as you see here, they're down by like the 10 or the 13.
Yeah.
So score on that next one, and then the next drive, they score 2 touchdowns in the next 5 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah. Yep. And speaking of, Trav, you said our defense has been just unreal. And, just a few plays here. First from our boy, resident friend of the show, Grayson Halton, who's been having another great year. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is his half sack, one of his half sacks that he had. And Dominic Williams was in on this as well. Then you have boom.
Yeah, this was just nasty. I mean, they want to run outside zone, and if you've got guys like G-Baby and you got, guys that are going to press the line, confuse the lineman. I mean, look at that. I mean, you're beating the running back to the spot, which is preposterous.
Yeah. Now, Grayson, like that, I remember when seeing that Missouri was a wide zone team, I'm like, man, Grayson is going to eat because that's what he loves to do. He loves to get upfield, dude. And it's not surprising at all that he had the game he had and was named, defensive lineman of the week. I do
like that. I do like that Oklahoma played Missouri while all the other SEC teams, save for Texas and save for Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm glad that everybody else played cupcakes because OU cleaned up on SEC Player of the Week in like all these different categories. But it's because like only a few teams were actually playing SEC teams.
Yep.
It helps when over half the league is playing, like patsies.
Yeah. Then you got Owen Heineke, man, who, has been having a monster year. Heard a lot about him, and he's just been one of our best linebackers. And
that's nuts.
Yeah. Just shoots the gap, man. So smart, so well coached. They study, man. They know what to do. And this is what we hoped in a year 3, right? Or I guess it's year 4, right?
4.
Yeah, year 4. And this is the first year Brent's calling it. So like year 4, and he's calling it. This is what you like. This is what you want to see, man. Making plays.
Well, he called it in 2023, but that was that Big 12 year. But with it's crazy to me because I was texted by call it a former coach, and said, "Why are you saying on air that this defense is going to be the best that Brent's had? Like, is the university paying for you to say that? Like, how much are they paying?" I'm like, I just think year 4 in Brent Venables just makes the most sense. Like, it's a system. And they're like, no, that's ridiculous. Well, best defense of Brent's era, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Everybody got worried that, Danny and Billy graduating and moving on to the NFL was going to just crater this defense. And I don't know, looks pretty good to me, JP.
Yeah.
No disrespect to those guys, but
for sure,
it looks pretty good.
It looks so good that you have a guy that, is a 3rd or 4th string at this point corner. There's no shot on him because Cortland Guillory and obviously Gentry and Eli Bowen. I mean, you got dudes there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That have proven themselves. But you got Jacoby Johnson, who's getting some spot time here, who makes just one of the plays of the year, man. I mean, this is after Reggie Powers, gets ejected for targeting and feels like there's going to be momentum on Missouri's side. Maybe
he actually turns his head.
Oh my gosh! And it's not an easy. This is not an easy interception at all. Like it's not like
No.
it just dropped in his lap. Like he makes the right decision and read. And it's you can say it's a bad thrown ball. If he doesn't drop immediately like he's supposed to, then Coleman probably catches that. But he's smart enough to know exactly like he detailed it in the OU football thing they do where they recount their own huge plays.
Yeah,
And he's like,
those are cool.
I didn't have any work. There was nobody on my side of the field because they motioned away. And so I saw that guy go on a deep over route, and I just started running, saw where the ball was, and he turned his head. He saw it before he turned. He knew where the ball was going before, and he used to be a receiver, Trav. You know that. He was a receiver in high school. And so
Mustang, he played two ways in Mustang. There's another kid at Mustang that plays both sides of the ball, Gabe Osborne Jr. I got a chance to see him in person. He's special. He's going to be good.
Yeah. So
I just hope he's good for the Sooners.
Yes. For sure. It was great to see him make that play, though, Trav. I mean, we've been hearing about him for years here and there, but huge for Oklahoma.
Well, just flash the athleticism, flash, just the ball skills. He's already got the size and the speed. I mean, that's good looking stuff right there.
Yeah.
And again, this is right after the targeting call. Like every time something awful happens to the Sooners defense, they're like, "Oh, I guess we'll just go make a play."
Yeah, I guess we'll just lock in. Literally.
Like Chet handed the trophy. All right, time to lock in.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just awesome to see the way this defense has been balling out and carrying this team, literally dragging it to a 9-2 record, which again, we can be mad and blue in the face about the offense all day, which we are. Kirby, if you're listening, I'm pissed about the offense. Okay, so don't stop saying that I don't care. I'm annoyed, but there's nothing we can do about it right now. Like there's changes that need to be made in the offseason. I think we all know that. Right? Like nobody's been okay with the offense this year. But we're 9-2, dude. Like we have to be excited about that. We have to. Like we can't just be like, oh my gosh, like nobody expected that. Nobody did. Like except for a few people. Like if you would have told people, oh, we're 9-2 going into the last week of the season at the beginning of the year, you take that and you're like, oh my gosh. What a successful year. We know Brent's the guy. We're going, but it feels like some people are just like so mad at the offense that they don't see that or can't look past it. And I'm like, hey.
Well, I think it's I mean, hey, 9-2, people got high standards around here, that's all. But
no, for sure.
I also think it's a difference in. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the late 1800s German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, but he said, if you kill a cockroach, you're a hero, but if you kill a butterfly, you're bad. It said, even morality has, as an aesthetic standard. So when you look at the aesthetic standard of football, it's like, if you win with defense, you're bad. If you win with offense, you're a hero. Because they get this image of what it needs to be, and it's high scoring. You know what I mean? Even when we were winning games 51-41, people would get on here and be like, oh man, we got a Heisman contender, we got this, that, and the other. But I mean, yeah, we made fun of the defense, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, like we're not, can't even be happy with team success because we're worried about the defense. Like we're just happy that we were, outscoring teams. So it's just the antithesis of that. Just interesting how defense and offense are compared, because all these Notre Dame fans are like, we would score this much on it, they wouldn't be able to score on us. I'm like, no, we wouldn't be able to score a bunch, but you wouldn't be able to score on us either. So
sure would not. I mean, the best running back in the SEC, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he's leading the nation, if I'm not mistaken, in yards. Ahmad Hardy had what? Did he have 50?
50, yeah.
Yeah, he had 50. Like, he just ran for 300 last week. He had 50. And he was running hard. Like, you were impressed. Like, dang, some of those 2-3 yard runs, like, it was hard to get him down, but we're just
honestly, that first drive, I was like, we might be in trouble.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people thought that way. 8.5 minutes off the clock and they get a field goal. It's like, oh man. And then we have a 29-second 3-and-out. It's like, oh man, we're in big, big trouble.
Yeah. That's what you thought.
Little did we know. We're about to turn it around on them.
Now, before we move on to LSU, real quick, talk about that, and then we'll talk about the college football playoff. I want to make one thing clear. We talk about the offense. Me in particular, and I put this on X, Trav, because I know things have to happen. Like, don't get me wrong, and I'm not mad at Jaden. This is not a Jaden out slander contest. I promise you. However, when I go to Instagram, brother, 3 days ago, like it was posted 3 days ago that he, he's walking through the Barry Switzer Center. He's walking on the field answering questions like, oh yeah, like it's my favorite touchdown dance. Oh yeah, this I like to lead by example. Oh yeah, I'm like we posting this 3 days ago, bro. Like
the last week of the season, they're gonna fire off all the NIL content because they're contractually obligated.
I know they are, but just optically, it's so freaking bad. Like we have X dragging himself out there. He's hurt, dragging himself out there. We have a true freshman that's been hurt the whole year. That's been dragging himself out there when he gets the opportunity. But we got guys like Javonte, J-Knot. I guess Tatum is finally healthy, allegedly. So maybe we see him this weekend. But this is my point. Am I saying that we need to fire DeMarco Murray? Not necessarily. Something needs to be done about the running back room because this cannot happen. It just cannot happen at the University of Oklahoma. Like we're about to be a playoff team, and we have a laundry list of scholarship running backs. Yet our two top ones at the time are hurt, and we can't see the other ones. And the one that we spent a bunch of money on is posted NIL, or I can't even talk right now. I'm so mad. NIL ads on Instagram a day after the Missouri game, and he wasn't out there. Nah, bro. Like if I was a fan, I'd be pissed. I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it a buck.
Yeah, no, I get it. Listen to this guy, everybody. 9-2, and he's out here just mad about stuff. Just like he's mad at, just like he was saying, can't believe people are mad out here. He's out here going on rants about a player that doesn't even play, and we're 9-2. Man, it'd be your own people, man.
No, man, I'm happy. I'm happy we're 9-2. It's just like
yeah, I could tell.
I'm frustrated that I'm frustrated for X. Like that's who I'm really frustrated for. And I know he wants to be out there, but he's like 50%. He's not doing anything for us because he can't. But why should that be? Why should that be what we have available at the University of Oklahoma if we have healthy guys? That's what I'm mad about. We have healthy dudes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they found the two guys they trust, and the two guys they trust are both banged up. And maybe they know that once you get out of the rotation, it's hard to get back in. So neither of them want to take themselves out of the game. I don't know. It's a weird way to I don't know. It's a weird way to manage a room, in my opinion. But I've never managed a running back room, so
yeah. And I love DeMarco. Like obviously, you love him as a player. Like everything he's meant to university, and obviously. They love him enough to have kept him around this long. It's just hard to see what's been happening, not only this year, but you see the rotations, and then you see what has happened and transpired again this year. I mean, it was wrong of me, but I made the take, hey, we might have the best running back room in the SEC. I said that like verbally out of my mouth this summer because
to be fair, a lot of people did. To be fair, well, I mean, a lot of the national people were like, Oklahoma has the best quarterback running back duo in America, and people were like, yeah, probably. Like looking back on that now, like that wasn't us that came up with those takes. Those were national people that had those takes. So, I mean, I guess we. I guess we were in agreement to a certain degree, but when the national people are saying it, like those are the national people that watch these people play not in Sooner uniform. So it's not like we were gassing up our own. Like Jade Knott was a dude at Cal. He was an All-American. Like, so for that to all of a sudden go the way it did, nobody could have seen it coming. I think there was even an inkling of that coming, then we wouldn't have signed him. And I'm sure that there is some type of, money situation with Ott that probably won't get paid all of his money, because it's backloaded. He probably had to hit a certain snap count or this, that, and the other. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but I'm glad that Mateer is back to running effectively.
Yeah.
He had that big 3rd and 10 pickup down near the goal line that ended up in the score. So, things like that. If he's running confidently and the fakes to the running backs are working, I mean, I don't know where this LSU team's head is. Like the LSU fans that are on Twitter, their media, they're like, man, this like Norman, we're just gonna get slaughtered. Like we're gonna be destroyed. Like put us out of our misery. Like even the media members that are like, this thing's a mess. They've all got their own agendas. Nobody cares about, playing for this, that, the other. They just want to go out and, collect their checks and then get out of there. I'm like, I think you may look at, I think a shutout's on the table. I truly think it is because LSU's got talent. Van Buren can push it downfield. He's going to be down some offensive linemen, of course, but they've got the uber athletic Bauer Sharp. So Kirby's favorite player. But I think a shutout's on the table. I really do. I just think that Oklahoma, people talk about style points, when it comes to committee rankings. Like, I don't think Oklahoma can score the style points. They're not going to put up 40 on LSU. Like, newsflash, they're not going to put up 40 on LSU. Yeah. But if you shut out LSU, that's style points that Oklahoma can continue to go to the committee and be like, hey, style points right here. Nobody scores on us. So I think I think Oklahoma winning this game 17-0 would be more stylish to the committee than them winning 28-7.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting conundrum, Trav, because it's like like you said, the media members of LSU are like, man, like put us out of our misery. We think that there could be some guys that if they're not coming back or if they're going to the league, like you could talk about tape, but in this day and age, like, they put 11 games of tape out at this point. Like one more game is not really gonna, do much for them. And so are they gonna sit out? Or even if they do play, are they really gonna go 100%? Right? Like those are things you got to see. The other side to that though is like maybe some of them are gonna be like, man, we can upset Oklahoma at Oklahoma. Like we can, we have nothing to lose. Why does it matter? And sometimes those are dangerous teams when they play like that. Like, oh, we are none. Like we were kind of in a way. I mean, obviously, we could have missed a bowl game last year when we beat Bama, but it was right. But like certainly we played like we had nothing to lose, and then we lo and behold 24-3. But obviously, I don't think anybody expects that. Now I'll be interested just to see. I don't expect anything different out of the defense. Van Buren obviously is a mobile quarterback. And I know sometimes those type of quarterbacks can give us some trouble, but he's not good enough of a passer of the football consistently that makes me worried. And also with BV in the way he, does young quarterbacks,
he threw one pick against Western Kentucky. He should have thrown 3. Like
really? Okay.
He was throwing to the defense so much. Like he hit one dude. Looked like he was playing dodgeball out there. Like he hit him right in the chest. So I was like, yo, man, you got to come down with that. Like he gets fooled by people not being where he thought they were pre-snap. Like, and BV is the king of that. So
you don't want to do that against a BV defense. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I wanted to answer Kirby's question here, Trav. Playing devil's advocate, what happens if BV loses this game against this bad of an LSU team? I mean, I think a lot has to go wrong for us to lose this game, in my opinion.
I mean, it's a step forward. It's not the step forward you thought it was going to be, but it's still. I mean, you might make a New Year's Six bowl or something like, you know what I mean. Like it's, you're still taking a step forward, but it's going to leave a bad taste in a lot of Oklahoma fans' mouths because you thought you got all this momentum. You thought you'd shut up all the doubters. You thought, Brent wasn't, going to show up flat against a team that, like even Oklahoma in the second half against Texas, like that team came out flat. And I think that's inexplicable how you could do that. So I don't think, he says all the progress he's made this year would come crashing down. I don't think that at all. I don't think we'd be back to square one after a 9-3 season with more ranked wins than anybody in the country. And the toughest schedule in the SEC, top 5 or the number 5 strength of schedule right now, which is the highest among any playoff contributor. I don't think it would all come crashing down. It just wouldn't. You'd still be moving forward, but you wouldn't be moving forward with the NOS, boost behind you, pushing you all the way there. So, once the initial disappointment wore off, I think people would come back down and say, okay, LSU, no slouch, a lot of talent. Things went wrong to any given Sunday. It's not like we were out here losing to New Mexico State or Northern Illinois or anything like that. So, I just don't think, I after being 6-7, 2 out of the last 3 years, I think that if anybody is pissed off at the world and crushed after going 9-3, I just don't think you're being a rational person at that point. Which college football fans aren't rational, and there's a reason that's why we have 1,000 people in here. It's like, we're not a rational bunch of folks.
Yeah.
Like we are not a rational collection of human beings. But there's something to be said to the Oklahoma standard. You would hope that, from 6-7 to 9-3, you would hope that next year, if you go get a big win at Michigan, a Michigan team that's going to be improved with Bryce Underwood, you take that next step, right? So, it took Sark 10 years to get to 10 wins. It's taken a lot of coaches. Look at Dabo. Look at all these. I mean, Brent Venables still only been a head coach for 4 years. So let's hope he can get this done. Let's hope they can, close it out the right way. A lot of teams like to play spoiler the last weekend. Let's see.
Yeah. Trav, let me ask you this, man. What do you think the scene's gonna be like? Let's go on the other opposite end of that spectrum, and then we'll give a score prediction. What's the scene in Norman gonna be like if we win this Saturday?
Man, it's gonna be the most fun post-game show I've done in a long time. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And then after the post-game show, it's the party's on for me. The party will be on if Oklahoma can get out to a lead and things are going well and they think they've got, game control, defense is playing well. That fan base is going to just the relief, that's going to come off their shoulders of finally being back in the postseason will be great. Tailgating, I think, is going to be electric all day. It'll be cold, not going to be fantastic weather, but it'll finally feel like fall. So, we'll see what it's like. You just can't screw it up.
Yeah.
You just can't screw it up.
Can't.
LSU at home, gotta have it.
Not against this LSU team. They don't have Nuss. They don't have, they still got Caden Durham. They still got talent. Don't get me wrong, but like we said, man, this is an LSU team that's been candidly, Travis. This is an LSU team that won 13-10 at home against Western Kentucky. And no shot at, Western Kentucky was 8-2. Like they're a good group of 5 team. But it's Western Kentucky.
Yeah, still the Hilltoppers.
At Death Valley.
Yeah, on senior day.
And 13-10? Again, I know it was a late fumble return that made it 10, made it closer than maybe it was. But even 13-3, winning by 10 is not acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, No, I agree. I mean, they scored 9 against Bama. They barely beat Arkansas, and Arkansas's defense is horrible.
Yeah.
They scored 23 on them. Like, it's just not a good football team on the offensive side. But they are a good defensive team. So
Yeah.
Oklahoma needs to respect that. They can't turn the ball over. Basically, I think if Oklahoma doesn't turn the ball over, Oklahoma is guaranteed to win. Because I don't think our defense is going to give up long drives to LSU.
Yeah.
But man, if you turn the ball over in your own territory, give them short field goals, then you start to get a little worried.
Yep.
And then once a little bit of doubt enters your mind, then all bets are off.
All bets are off. Yeah, we can't turn it over. That's been the thing. Another offense has been great, but they've been better than last year solely because they've had more explosive plays, right, that have led to scoring for us. And secondly, they have not turned it over as much as last year's team did, which was really the main issue last year as well, on top of everything else. But
yeah,
they're keeping us in games by not turning it over. So we, let's hope we take care of business, man. So let's get a score prediction. In the chat, go ahead and put the score prediction up. If you're on X, go ahead and comment if you're watching. Comment on X and then comment on YouTube, guys. What's your score predictions? Trav, I think I'm let me start on this one. I know you normally go first. I'm gonna say 24-10. OU.
Wow.
And I think a defensive touchdown is in there.
I am going to say 20-3. I think we scored 2 touchdowns. We get 2 field goals. We give up a field goal. Like, I think they're going to break a play, but 20 with two touchdowns. That's kind of what we've been doing lately. So 2 touchdowns, and we only give up a field goal. If you could pitch a shutout here, that's exactly the momentum and final look you want to give the committee, recruiting, your defensive just swagger and confidence going into a playoff game that you're going to play at home if you win this game. Yeah. So, I'll say 20-3. We got 21-3 in the comments. We've got 28-10. It's big time. Kirby with 12-3. 34-12. 34 points. It's a lot of points there, brother. But hey, I'll take it.
Listen,
no time like the present.
Kirby, we will probably score a touchdown. I know we think our
offense won't be like that because that game had a lot of missed field goals, and Tate Sandell ain't going to miss a bunch of field goals. So
yeah. I get that it feels like our offense is like an albatross right now, dude. But again, Missouri's defense is really good, and we scored 2 against them. You know what I mean? So LSU on a day where who knows who's going to play for them. I'm not saying that they have a bunch of guys out, but do we get 100% from everybody out on that team? I don't know. We'll have to see.
I will say I think that Oklahoma will win the effort battle on Saturday.
Yeah, they better.
I think Oklahoma soundly wins the effort battle because A, they're going to have to. That's just the way they have to play. And B, I mean, if you can't get excited about this, senior day, we did the awards last week, but we'll do senior day this year. But
yeah,
I mean, if you can't get up for this, then I don't know what you got flowing through your veins because you don't talk about OU DNA ever again if you can't get up for this game.
Yeah, you have to. It's a must. And I mean, I can imagine what BV's is going to be like for them. And it's it's a lot of these guys' last game on senior, like Grayson, Dominic Williams. I'm trying to think offensively too, but really defensively, like I expect these guys to show out.
Yeah, seniors, like even senior transfers like Keontae, Dion, Fabechi, Derek Simmons, Jaron's a senior. You've got let's see. When you look on defense, you've got Marvin Jones, you got Dominic, you got R. Mason Thomas, you've got Kendall Daniels, you've got RSJ, Grayson, Kendall Dolby. Obviously, he's already basically soft entered the portal. But yeah, I mean, what's interesting when you look at our defense obviously is one of the best in the country and a completely black and white compared to our offense, right? I mean, our offense struggles, our defense is incredible. What's interesting is on the 22 kids on our two deep, defensively, we only have 2 transfers, 2025 transfers.
Mm-hmm.
On our offense, on our two deep, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 2025 transfers on our two deep when it comes to our offense, and only 2 on our two deep when it comes to our defense. Just can't. Oh, hey, Jessica. My boy Kelso up there was such a good host to me, him and his family. Awesome, awesome folks.
Yeah.
So, Jessica, thanks for tuning in. Don't touch my Rolling Rocks.
So, had you seen this report yet, Trav?
Yeah, the availability report.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jake Michaela dealing with a little bit of sickness is the rumor. I won't go into much there, but we'll see if he's able to go. Otherwise, I suppose you would probably slide Fabechi in, and then see what you want to do. Is probably slide Foje into right guard, and then have Derek Simmons play right tackle. So you've got some opportunity there, obviously, but you would really like to have your guys there. You really like to have
Michael healthy. I mean, I don't like seeing Jaden Jackson on that list either. I know he's been playing through some stuff. I mean, you might as well put Javante on out at this point. We haven't seen him in 8 weeks, it feels like. So, do you think there's any validity to R. Mason trying to just focus on the NFL at this point? I feel like he'd want to get back for a playoff run.
Who said that?
Somebody up here said that.
Nah.
Was it Kirby?
No, R. Mason will be back by the playoff. That's a guy that was a 3-star that grinded out, did everything the right way. He was one of the captains that went to SEC media days. He's played hurt.
This is where
he's not a guy that is just gonna sit out the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is where I saw it. Sorry, Kirby. My fault. It's just something you might have said. So, it's not like you don't say crazy things from time to time.
Yeah, let's be honest, Kirby. You catching a stray. Like, let's keep it a buck, man. Like,
this man is out here like, I've never said such a thing. Me? What?
Yeah.
All right.
Boy who cried wolf down there.
Where?
Oh no.
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm interested to see. I really am interested to see how LSU plays this weekend. Like, and what exactly we see from everybody.
Yeah. I think what's wild is we played Alabama and Mizzou without R. Mason Thomas and played great defense. Taylor Wine is a star. Like, you're able to get production there. Koye's had good snaps. Marvin Jones Jr., PJ, they've all had good snaps. PJ is the one that forced the strip sack because he dropped back in coverage, and Taylor Wine hit Ty. So it's like you're just deep on that side of the ball, man. You really are. And, with what you're looking at on the recruiting trail, with what you're looking at with the youth at those positions, it's just you're going to be in good shape for a while, man.
Yeah. I wanted to show you this, Trav. I just saw this. So this is, by Pick Six previews, respected,
Mm-hmm.
Their top 4 opponent just per play defenses in Power 4. Ohio State 1, Oklahoma 2, which, again, if you listen to Brooks Austin with Brandon earlier on, if you haven't, go watch that. It's a pretty good interview. But Brooks says, like, it's Ohio State, Oklahoma, and nobody else. Like that, the drop-off is far after that. But you look at this list, Trav, and we've played so LSU is 9. So, I mean, they're up there, right? Texas, Michigan, Missouri, Auburn, Bama.
Yeah, it's just murderer's row of our
South
schedule.
Carolina, even. I mean, these are all teams that we've had to play this year. Like Ole Miss was the worst I think I see on here from teams that we played.
Yeah, I mean, and of course they're one of the best offenses
Tennessee.
in the country. So
yeah,
same
with Tennessee.
Yeah, we played 4 of the top 16.
Whew. That's crazy.
And we'll end up playing 5 of the top 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So you'll end up playing 6 of the top 20. Just silly, dude. And that's the thing. It's like we get it. Our offense stinks, but man, they've been having to stink against. Like I counted the other day in a mock draft. We faced 10 first-round picks this year, if this particular mock draft from CBS is accurate. 10 first-round picks on our schedule this year. How many first-round picks we had to play against in the Big 12? Like maybe 1 a year, especially during Texas's down years. Like you might not have had to play against a single first-round pick. I remember one year Tech had a guy that was like a first-rounder, and everybody's like, oh, my God, we got to plan for him for 3 weeks.
Yeah. That's insane. And my Uncle Byron says that's crazy that we're number 2 with the offenses that we faced.
Mm-hmm.
Which
yeah, it's a good point.
I actually am interested to see if I can. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna see if I can find the offensive list because I'd like to look at that and see, the top offenses in the nation versus what we faced.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you look at top offenses, you're looking at, well, I guess Texas is crawling up the list now because they've been scoring big, but obviously Alabama, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Missouri, all near the top in offenses. So, did you find the offensive list?
Well, this is at least yards. That's wrong. Sorry, wrong one. I had it up. It was right here. Best yards per play. So, I mean, I don't know that this theoretically means offense, but you could really see it as that by, who has the best yards per play. So you got Notre Dame. Is Notre Dame really, are they that explosive this year?
No, it's just the margin.
It's margin.
I was about to say because Oklahoma's 14th, and there's not a single offensive stat we belong anywhere near number 14.
Yeah,
outside of red zone efficiency. We are the number 1 red zone.
You are the number, which is great. It's like, man, when we get down there, we can do something with
it. Helps when you don't get down there that often.
Yes. I wonder what that is. Like
we're not exactly volume shooters.
Yeah. How much have we been down there, like comparatively? I think to other.
I think we've scored on all like 28 or 29 times we've been down there. I think we've scored on all of them. So.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I can't. They don't have one for offense right now. They just have that graphic. But anyways, point still stands that our defense is elite, and a lot of people are asking the question at the beginning: are they really elite? Are they really those guys? And it's like, hey, now you can sit back and say absolutely and unequivocally, these guys are one of, if not the best offenses in college football.
Yeah, no, for sure. Defenses, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
not offenses.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time since we've been there. 3 years in particular. But all right, guys, we're at an hour. I don't think we really have anything else. We didn't have any questions. I'll hit this with Kirby, and then we'll cut it out, Trav. What are your 3 positions to attack in the portal, and is your top priority also wide receiver?
Man, I don't know what to do with the wide receiver thing, man. Like our top 5 leaders in receptions this year are all transfers.
Yeah.
Like do we just like I don't know, should Ivan Curry transfer? Should Zion Kearney transfer? Should Jacob Jordan transfer? Should Elijah Thomas transfer? Should Zion Reagans transfer? Should Manny Choice transfer? If we're never going to play a high school wide receiver and every year we're just going to say, hey, look, we'll just go get mercenaries because we can't develop or we don't trust our development Elijah Thomas was the toast of the town throughout camp, but all of a sudden he can't get on the field at all. So I don't know. I just feel like we look at our defense. Only two of the 22 players on the 2 deep are transfers in 2025. Wow. And that's the best side of the ball by far. And then you look at the offense and there's zero continuity because they have 10 2025 transfers on the 2 deep. And then we want to continue to be like, well, better just get all these new offensive players into a system and see if we can get some continuity and see if we can it's just, I don't know. I would love to take the defense's approach and just try and develop our own players for once. These portal classes of 10, 15, I'm over them, man. I just don't get it. If we need to, we're going to have Michaela coming back. We're going to have Ozida coming back. We're going to have Lucy coming back. We're going to have Foj. We're going to have EPL. We're going to have Logan Howland, Luke Baklenko. We're going to have all those guys Daniel Akinkumi.
Yeah.
We're going to have all those guys. Do we really want to go pay some FCS right tackle to come in and play over Foj?
Absolutely.
Do you want some North Dakota, South Dakota State left guard to come in and play over EPL? I don't know. Do you want to go get another UAPB transfer wide receiver?
Yeah.
Or would you rather actually try and let Elijah Thomas play football at the University of Oklahoma? I personally would. So
we need some difference makers out there. But all right, guys. Hey, we're gonna get on out of here again. We'll post on X, Friday, Saturday-ish, what we doing, where we at. Obviously Saturday specifically tailgate in the morning. Pop out, man. Come see your boys. We'll be hanging out. So without further ado, man, we'll see y'all then. In Boomer. Ooh.